Alright, new year, new update, and I've never been so confident of how the market will be moving in the next 12 months. Okay, and these are some of the events that I believe is going to impact the private residential market, which is your condos. These are going to impact it directly. First of all right, I understand buying $1 million house is no walk in the park. Okay, I've had the privilege to serve clients across all walks of life in this past 12 months, thanks to my ads, thanks to the referrals I've been getting. I've seen people buy houses with budgets of 500,000, 1.5 mil, or even 5.5 mil last year. And across all budget, everyone worries about the market when they're about to buy. They're wondering whether the prices are going to go down. Okay, and so here's how I see a demand chain reaction happening. I'll explain. Before I begin, do share my page, share this video with your friends. It helps, algorithm. So, number one, what's going to happen is, or rather, where it all starts was 15 months ago, a government policy that saw private condo downgraders not allowed to purchase a HDB flat. Now, these people, after selling their condos, are stuck. They've been staying with their parents, staying with their siblings, renting a house. Alright, and that has propped up rental demand in the past 12 months, in the past 15 months, and today they can finally purchase a HDB. This in turn will generate more demand for HDB flats, helping owners of all these HDB flats upgrade to their desired properties. Okay, now first of all, I'm not saying that these HDB owners could not have done it in the past 15 months. They couldn't sell. I'm saying, there's going to be more people in the market today. It's going to add more buyers, more liquidity into the HDB resale market. And then this will set off a chain reaction of more liquidity, because sellers now have the money, which then flows into retirement accounts, or chances are they're going to be buying another resale HDB flat, or if they desire, a private condo. Number two, the second event would be that these private home buyers would be happy to know that mortgage interest rate cuts are finally on the horizon as we speak today. It could be as early as the end of next quarter. Please let it come faster. Now, this presents another chain reaction. Why? Because we have seen buyers who have been sitting on the sidelines for the past year. Okay, and today they can finally sit up, and then they can see that the same houses they've been eyeing for the past 1 year, they will have to pay for a lot lesser. They could be saving $700 to $1,002 in mortgage just a year after the interest rate hike started last year. And what happens when buyers buy a resale house? That means they're buying from a seller, individual person. Now those sellers will then have the funds to, guess what? They can buy another property. They can buy a bigger property. Or they can just cash out and buy a smaller property. Then the demand chain reaction continues. All because the borrowing costs have lowered, hence increasing the demand in many degrees. One person can kickstart many people buying houses. Number three, now with housing prices increasing in the past 3 to 4 years, I've been speaking to my clients who in the past bought, for example, 3-bedder in High Park, 2019. He bought it for $950, $960, and today we are in the market to sell for 1.25 to 1.3 just within 4 years. And his next move onwards to a bigger property. And he is not alone, because I've got this client at Soul Acres in Choa Chu Kang. It's a 2-bedder EC. He's now able to upgrade to a 1,200 square feet 3-bedder without touching any of his savings and walking away with over 100,000 in cash savings after the upgrade. So all of these natural upgrades are supported by profits of their homes that they purchased in 2015, 2019. And their next houses' mortgages are not increasing by much. So this affordability shift is going to be able to help many homeowners shift into new, bigger homes. It's like a cascading up a property ladder. Now it's going to increase their net wealth through property, and I love it. Okay, I did this move myself back in early 2023, just earlier last year. And early last year, we saw a very exuberant market. I know. I was personally involved in that period. Second half of the year eventually saw a more tepid growth, lackluster growth. There was some belief, that it was going around saying that Singapore probably finally ran out of funds to push property prices up, and then many naysayers were predicting that, property prices gonna negative growth by year end. Yet we saw prices holding very, very strong. Many who set out will realize that prices are not going to go any lower than it is today. We're going to see more engagement with these buyers in the market in the coming months as the market, the buyers accept that the current price point is here to stay and is going to consolidate to start the new low of a new cycle. How so? Alright, just look at Jayden's sales performance at the end of 2023. Now, Jayden, was it a great project? Subjective lah, but to sell at 2,450 per square foot, subjective, not it's great. 2004 PSF for Jurong. You know, that's a new benchmark set in one day. What, 70-80% sold? Okay, so how does that make resale condos of just 5-10 years old going for 1,001, 1,002, 1,003 per square foot look like? Cheap? Value? Okay, compared to Jayden, compared to all the new launches? Alright, so the combination of all these events: 1, introduction of new buyers in the market. Number 2, lower interest rates on the horizon. Number 3, natural property elevation, asset elevation. Number 4, market acceptance of a new benchmark price. All of this will in turn allow us to see more activity in the market. As simple as that. And you know what? We're going to see new launches by developers remaining as competitive as ever. Right? You may think that 2004 PSF is crazy high. Guess what? Everything's just slowly going to match up as we see a new benchmark, as I mentioned. You know what? At the start of 2023, there were fears of 43 new launches crashing the market, oversupply. Okay, but today, these 43 new launches, most of them have sold off 40% of the inventory. Some of them even 80% in one day. Now, this allows the developers to start shifting their asking prices up. Okay, we're already seeing this happening with a few projects which will be announcing price hikes in the coming weeks. Okay, and guess what? Something else. Back in the end of Q4 2022 till Q1 2023, there was somehow a lack of land sales. Government decided to pull back a little bit. That means today, 1 to 1.5 years later, which is Q1, Q2 2024, we're not going to see much activity. We're just going to see Hillhaven, Sora, Arcady, Lantor launching. When there's so little competition, what do you think the developers will do? Prices are going to be quite high, right? They can be confident. Think about it. It's like musical chairs. When you have more supply, things get easy, the prices can remain stable. But when we take away all the supply of the new homes, no more new competition in the market, okay, suddenly it's going to be hard to dislodge those already with a chair. Then we have to pay them a lot more so that they can sell their house to us. And this will set the tone for 2024. I will be sharing more in person with my presentations in the coming weeks. And I've been sharing this information in the last 1-2 weeks and very grateful that some of my clients are already taking action. They already applied for their loans, they're already preparing to sell their houses now. And for yourself, please reach out to me at HeroHomes.sg. Follow, share, subscribe. See you soon.